YouTube, it's David Osborne here with a brand new review for you all today, and today we are reviewing the 1981 slasher classic, Just Before Dawn. Now, Just Before Dawn came out on the 14th of October 1981 and was directed by Jeff Lieberman. Just Before Dawn tells the story of 5 campers in their early 20s going out into a forest to go ahead and examine some property that one of the campers has acquired. It essentially goes ahead and plays out in the way you'd expect a travelling campers go to a forest, there's a serial killer story normally does, but with a few twists in here. None of these characters are typical. None of these characters are two-dimensional stereotypes. We don't spend a lot of time with these characters, but what time we do get with them, we learn quite a bit about them. You could tell by any of these characters what their personality is like, what things they enjoy, what their sense of humour is, what they're scared of. And that's just something very different for most slasher movies, especially of the era. Now, as it goes on, we actually do discover another twist in here. Instead of there being one killer, there's 2. Twin brothers, in fact. And they go around killing people with machetes. Why are they killing people? You're going to have to watch the movie to find out. The movie actually builds up quite a lot of things about maybe it's the mountains themselves that don't want people to go up there. They're trying to stave people away. So you do get in your head that maybe the mountain itself has created these people or their physical embodiments of the mountain to go ahead and stave away people that they don't want there, basically. Now, what I actually like about this is, yeah, sure, everyone jokes around a bit, but unlike in a lot of horror movies, none of these characters, when they're like told, don't go here, don't go there, don't do this, don't do that, they aren't very disrespectful. Now, they don't necessarily listen, but they are very polite about it, like, thanks for the warning, really appreciate it, but we have stuff we have to do, so we're going to go ahead and do it. And I actually really like that. Now, let's come to other things I like about this movie, besides just the overall story, which is just pretty fun. First of all, the visuals. The visuals are gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Some of the best scenery shots I have ever seen in a lower budget movie, or even just in a slasher movie in general. No other slasher movie does stuff like this. Yeah, sure, some of the bigger budget ones have some crazy effects, but they don't have very nice scenery, especially ones that are shot in the forest. I'm looking at you, Friday the 13th, I love you as a franchise, but yeah, you aren't exactly the best as far as cinematography goes. But the cinematography in this movie is absolutely phenomenal. Especially, like, even looking at movies now, most movies now still haven't learned that you can take your movie from a good movie to a great movie just by focusing on the cinematography. Catching people's eyes, showing them beautiful shots of beautiful locations. You don't even have to spend a lot of money to go to these locations. You've got a forest next to you, more than likely, unless you're living deep in the city. You can travel to a forest pretty easily without too much money. Lots of beautiful places around most countries, or just a lot of cool places around most places. Stop people making independent movies. Stop going ahead and shooting in bland locations. It's dull, and even if you have a decent story, it's going to make your movie look cheap. And that's the last thing you want to do. You don't want to show your budget. If you're on a low budget, make do with what you got, make it look good. Now, the next thing I absolutely love about this movie is the music. It's weird, it's strange, you've got synthesizers in there, you've got so many different blends of music. You do have a few actual licensed songs at the start of the movie, which I thought was pretty interesting, so clearly the production have actually stretched to go ahead and actually get that budget to go ahead and actually pay for that music. Probably because they wanted it to be realistic and not have some generic song from like a band no one's ever heard of or from just one of the production crew. They wanted to have real music, so they put real music in here, along with a bunch of awesome tracks that were created specifically for this movie. Now comes the verdict. What do I think about this movie? If you couldn't tell already, I loved it. This movie is an underrated gem of a movie. I don't know why more people haven't went out and watched it, because simply phenomenal. That's all I can say. Not saying any of the actors are like Oscar worthy, but everyone in the movie puts in a really good, believable, and oftentimes fun performance. So overall, I highly recommend going out, picking this one up on Blu-ray if you can. Now speaking of the Blu-ray, I should say this video isn't sponsored, though I'd love it. 88 Films, hit me up. My DMs are open. But yeah, this is the 88 Films Blu-ray of Just Before Dawn. Now this thing cost me, I believe, £6 out of FOP a couple of months back during the winter, just after Halloween. They had a lot of stuff on clearance. But you can get this movie for less than £10 on Blu-ray. It's part of the Slasher Classics collection. Really nice packaging here. Ton of special features on here. Just, if you just look at that. Not going to be able to show that properly. Not sure if you guys can even really see that properly. I'll try and go ahead and get rid of some of the glare. You should be able to see that without too much issue. Maybe slightly out of focus, but I can pretty much read it from here and my screen's over there. So you can see even here just some really cool, nice shots, lots of cinematography on the back. There's a bunch of information for the blurb of the movie if you want a bit more detail, by the way. And yeah, I should have actually said this, that actually includes George Kennedy from Naked Gun, which is actually pretty cool. Like, that's just like pretty cool. It's not like the most massive star in the world, but most of you would have probably heard of him. But anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, go ahead, hit the thumbs up button, share this video with everyone who you think it would be interest to. Go ahead, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Hit that notification button, and as I said, yeah, like the video, it genuinely helps. Share the video, it genuinely helps. I don't have any crowdfunding or anything like that set up right now, but I do plan to get it in the future. My aim for this year, probably an unrealistic goal to some people, is to get to 1,000 subscribers. I genuinely believe that this could happen. I'm going to focus, going to get stuff sorted. This is going to happen. And it's going to happen thanks to all of you. So anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this video. Until next time, keep watching horror. No, but for real, 88 Films, if you see this video, hit me up.